All right, so Rahu in the sixth house. What happens when Rahu comes in the sixth house? Let's get started already. It's Monday. So, first of all, what is sixth house? Sixth house represents litigation. Your enemies, your diseases represents divorce because it's 12th to the 7th house. So it's the loss of the marriage. Represents litigation, like law. Okay, it represents medicine. It represents, because it also represents doctors and diseases as well. And sixth house represents loans. It represents, in a way, kind of a guard, like a jail guard, okay? Because 12th house is a jail. So opposite to it is the one who guards that jail. Sixth house also represents loan sharks, as in people who could be malicious enough to, come and give you a little hit for not paying your payment with interest, okay? So Rahu, what is Rahu? Rahu is that person who wants to take shortcuts in life, wants everything now, wants only material things, because his hunger never stops, because it's only the head. So whatever he takes, he keeps taking and taking and taking and taking it. He might get bored, but he wants to go and then take it and take it and take it and take it. So it's like it represents the amplification of the energy that it's in there. And it's kind of a malefic energy because he's willing to do whatever it takes and break the social norm and the taboos of society to achieve what it wants. However, sixth house is actually one of the best places for Rahu. It is known as, the sixth house is known as the Upachya house, meaning it grows positive with time, okay? So Rahu in here does very well, because why? Rahu loves to go around people, deceive people, and achieve what it wants to. Meaning, it easily is able to defeat its enemies and achieve success. This is why Rahu, when sixth house, shows some of the best litigation lawyers, whether they're defending a rapist or whether they're defending the victim who was raped. But sixth house lawyer will be able to argument his way to winning a case, just like what's his name? Oh my God, the lawyer of Casey Anthony, Jose Baez. The thing about Rahu is Rahu always wants to be in the group of the privileged ones, because it feels itself so low in the world that it wants to achieve what's above him, not below him. So he always wants to prevail. So this is why, if let's say if Rahu's in sixth house, and sixth house really is a representation of Mercury's exaltation point. Okay, so if Mercury is, let's say, excelled, okay, and Mars is well placed, the Karaka, the significator of the sixth house, this person can represent a doctor, a medicine man, the person who wants to heal people through his good deeds, because doctor has this privilege, the title of a DR, doctor, MD, okay? And so Rahu wants to feel privileged that, hey, I am providing you a life-saving medication, give me a title. Okay, so these doctors could actually become doctors for the sake of the title and not really wanting to help people. But in the end, they end up helping people. And these people, because of the fact that they are doctors, they can also have that flickery mind of a doctor. What do I mean by this? Is that nowadays pharmaceutical companies sends out reps to bribe doctors that, hey, I'm going to give you these tickets, that ticket, provide this medication, and you are going to get kickbacks, commissions. A doctor with this kind of placement might say, I have the social status and I can get the Laker tickets game. Hell, why not? I'll prescribe you medication. Maybe that medication is not right. So Rahu's sneakiness is always there. His shortcuts is always there, because doctor who's already making money finds another shortcut. Hey, I can make additional money, so I'll do that. This, if Rahu's the sign that is placed and is not well placed, if Mercury is not well placed, then this Rahu can represent somebody who's a drug dealer, somebody who deals with possession of drugs, become addicted to drugs, because Rahu is aspecting the fifth house of career. From its fifth aspect, the 10th house of career, 12th house of jails, isolations and asylums and charity, and second house of family and mouth, what you take, what you eat, it's family lineage, your wealth and possessions. So this person can, become a drug dealer whose career becomes a drug dealer while this aspect the second house. So this person might end up doing drugs as well themselves. But, in due time, this Rahu, wands is able to get a lot of money with his obsession for seeking privileged by helping others. Once it helps other, it wants that title. It wants that entitlement that I did something, And so these people may have all the big houses, the big cars, and all the servants in the world, because that's what Rahu loves. So usually what happens with these people, in front, they come out as very, very nice people, very dignified people who are doing good for the world. But their actual reason for doing that may not necessarily be for the sake of helping the world, may also be for the privileged status that comes out of it, maybe for the benefits that they might get from it, maybe a tax cut. These people can open up all sorts of charities, and when they open up these charities, the tax cut that they give, it's there. And this is why pretty much a lot of people think this way at a certain point, that wow, if I do this, I can get that benefit, And so these people, like I said, because it aspects the 10th house, it affects the 10th house. So these people, can break into the medicine, like pharmacist, a doctor, okay? It can break into law, litigation, especially divorce lawyers are seen from Rahu in the 6th house, because Rahu, goes against the taboos and rituals of marriage, and it's from 12th from the 7th house, which represents marriage. So it's breaking of the marriage, right? Like Rahu loves to break up marriage and just feel free. Well, he wants to just break out of the taboos. Of the norms, in considered like a taboo planet. So it can represent attorneys who are divorce lawyers, but also represents regular attorneys as well. It represents loan officers, real estate loan officers, bankers. Bankers, hello. Do I need to say anything else? They're really not called bankers, but banksters. Kind of like gangsters, banksters, because Rahu looks for that social privilege, like a Wall Street mega billionaire. But guess how they got that money? By deceiving people, going around things, and just cheating their way up to the privileged while screwing everybody else. But when they come on CNBC, when they come on all these nice channels, we think, oh my God, I wish I could be this person. But these people have a lot of guilt within. So even if they do something wrong, they know they're doing something wrong, but they justify it by feeling guilty. That's, yes, I know I'm doing it wrong, but I have to do it because it's my reason. This is how I was brought up, but I have to do it. And they just stick with that. But really after 42, when Rahu matures, that's when these guys feel like, you know what? I did all these things to show people that I was among the privileged ones. But I think I realized that I really, really do need to help people. So this is why Rahu becomes very good in the Pacha houses, 3, 6, 10, and 11. Because although it may attain all the wealth, it can, by cheating people, going around them, evidently they will give away that wealth to the people they might have cheated. So if let's say a Wall Street person who feels that, okay, I gained $3 billion by screwing literally 3.2 million homeowners, let me just give away maybe $100 million into these housing programs, these donations, and they do that. But they only do that once that 40 to 42nd age comes, and they're like, yeah, this greed may not be such a good idea after all, because now I'm starting to feel its repercussions, which is damaging my soul. Okay, so anyway, guys, this was my analysis on Rahu in the 6th house. If you're new to my channel, subscribe above, because I make the videos literally 7 days a week, actually 6 days a week, but definitely 6 days a week. Okay, so definitely check it out every day. If you want to know more about astrology, its myths and misconceptions, its secrets, check out my link below. Check out my book there, Astrology: The Speed of Light. Hopefully it'll help you to study your own life. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow.